set in the heavens before or the earth. It's a cutoff point that the Lord set in the heavens before the foundation of the earth when it was created. There is a cutoff point where he's going to stop talking through us. And he's going to get busy. Them to come through the worst time in history, Jacob's trouble, some things got to happen for them to move that way. They know what time it is, man. They moving and we moving. They ain't stopping, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna see who's gonna win at the end. It ain't gonna be them.
Four angels around the corners of the earth, man. And what it say? To the seals of the power beasts, the seals of their foreheads. So the wind don't touch the earth. So once those feathers are sealed, then the Lord gonna let that wind touch the earth.
And that's when we done talking. That's when we done talking. So don't be like, we can't go in the highways and byways no more. No, you should clap. Yeah. That is a sign. That's called prophecy. Don't skip the prophecy now. We ain't supposed to be talking, but you want to talk forever? I don't. Come on now. I rule. Absolutely. I want the crown.
Lord willing, y'all can hear me now. I'm about to check. I'm going to do it again. Hold on, bear with me. Let me make sure the YouTube is fine. Okay. Make sure the YouTube is fine. Yep, everything is good over on this end. So again, I want to say it again. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakodash, Yahweh being the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And of course, I want to give double honors where honors due to the apostles and the elders and great millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, bringing forth 100% of the Most High doctrine to the best of their ability, and on down teaching His word and believing in His word, and for the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth and four corners of America, teaching His word and believing in His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to have it on your spirit to endure, and Lord willing, on His time, we will all be singing the same song. And for the wives and the single sisters that's playing a role in this thing, being loving and silent and trying to pursue to be virtuous women, right? Lord willing, the Most High continue to have you endure, right? And for the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith, Lord willing, the Most High have mercy upon you. I am sorry for anybody that is on the Facebook Live that can't see the screen. If you want, what I'll do is I will put the YouTube link right on the comment section. It usually just, when I go to StreamYard, it usually just link it right there. Right. Oh, okay. So it worked. I'm gonna pin it so it can just stay right there. Yo, it's amazing while I'm going live. I mean, while I'm doing the video, is the young king. He just went live 24 minutes ago. This young lion right here just went live 24 minutes ago. I'm gonna just play his video real quick, and then we're gonna get right into the lesson, the reward of the wicked and the reward of the righteous. Right. So let me click this video.
That's when the scripture talks about how all of these kingdoms, all these nations will be destroyed, will be consumed. Right? Because they also done wickedly. Not just towards Yahweh, but also towards us. Because the scriptures, it talks about how we're the apple of Yahweh's eye.
That is a fact.
When you mess with that apple, you get a mad person. You get a rotten worm. When it comes to these nations, these heathen nations.
That is a fact. And he is totally right. So the first precept I'm gonna get on behalf, right, is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And Lord willing, I get to watch that video after this live. You know, that young king really be, especially by his father, he's actually led through the Spirit in the correct way. So all praises to that. Right. This is Acts chapter 4, verse 3 and 4, the main point. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, right? And that's why a lot of people are not going to get it. When you go to Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 10, it tells you the wicked will not understand, right? And it says, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, which of course is the spiritual of Satan, but the physical flesh is the nation of Idumea, who would be the devil, the deceiver, and the manipulator. He blinded you with many distractions. I'm not gonna lie, social media is one of the biggest distractions if you're not using it in its good integrity, let alone you see ass and titties and all the other things, necessities, and then you have what they want to promote besides current events that's going on in the world to have your eyes open. YouTube, TikTok, even when your kids is watching it or YouTube, they're not watching anything like productive that's educational, like the animal discovery or how to build this. Stop, TJ. Or Animal Planet or anything that is educational, right? Just the same way when they at school, right? This is what the God of this world, you know, the power of this world. It says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them, right? And if we are drawn to Yahushai, we are going to have that light upon us, right? Because Yahushai is the light, right? Real quick. And this is Matthew 4 and 8. It says, again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. And this is why when you get in the industry, most women, you know, unless they showing ass and titties, that's the only way they'll feel loved, right? And this society messed up a lot of our women. And this is why this society is trying to nourish our children, you know, having our daughters to be some damn bobbleheads and to have our sons as freaking delinquents. Shalom, Yabasat, Yabashim Roshai, Barakatham, man. That's my brother right there in the Caribbean. So this is what the devil is here for, man, right? And to go back onto it, and because we're dealing with the reward of the wicked and the righteous. The wicked is going to be blinded, right? St. John chapter 12, verse 40, it says, and he he have blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes nor understand with their heart and be converted, and I should heal them. And this is why the Lord put a spirit on your kids to not care about this. And this put a spirit on some of the men. It's men really out here. I seen men. I seen brothers. Like, if you on Facebook, brother, if you see me, I see you. Brothers out here calling on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai and smoking weed and go in the studio and make some beautiful music for the Lord, but you over here smoking weed. A lot of us is not really in this truth. Just because you're saying the Lord's name and you're not doing his ways, let alone a lot of brothers is not really real teachers, right? The Lord just got you there for a time, right? The real teachers of the Lord will really be the 144,000, right? And the real teachers is not lazy. The real teachers is always going, right? Always, you can always find them in scriptures. I'm not saying that I am that. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, right? Shalom to my big brother Sam. I'm going to probably just bring this last one out, and then we're going to get right into the lesson. Ephesians 6:12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. So this is what the devil would do for the wicked, right? And you have to know it's always something for the righteous in this place, and there's always something for the wicked, right? And the number one thing for the righteous right now is faith. Another thing for the righteous is this word. Another thing for the righteous is brotherhood, right? Regardless if you're not seeing your brothers all the time, but even if you able to see them 1 day, 2 days, or something going on and you can talk to them, you know, when brothers is in unity, when we sing the same song, we alike, we kind of share information, news articles. Those are the things that keep the balance from things out this world. But every man on the righteous side would technically be occupied. There's really nothing else to do, right? I have some family, you know, that's probably enjoying themselves doing a thing out of town or over here. And you got to think the world is going into shambles. And people don't want to talk about what's going on in the world because they want to have that wicked reward. So now let's just hop right into it. And if anybody got any precepts, specifically the men, you know, sisters, you probably could say a little quota here, but you know, if you got a man and he not in the truth, or if he is, man, bring him on to the live, man, right? Because we all as men and women should be seeking the righteous reward, right? Which a lot of us is probably not seeking, but it's okay. Everything is man's going is of the Lord. Revelation chapter 22, verse 12, it says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be, right? And whatever you sow, like we brought out in the past live, whatever you sow is what you reap. So when the Lord comes, let alone he's even watching you. He's watching if you occupy. So when he comes, he's going to come back with your reward, regardless if it's the wicked reward or the righteous reward. And anybody that's in Israel, if you're a 2/3, you're going to be destroyed. And all the other nations, a huge amount of you will be destroyed, especially Esau. A third of men will be destroyed. And there's going to be a remnant of the nations and a remnant of Israel. The other nations will be preserved for slavery, right? And of course, that would be one reward for the righteous, right? Whatever you're going through, things I'm going through, there's no excuses. The Lord is putting you through it, right? And he putting you through it to see if you have tough skin, right? Or are you going to lay on your ass and just give up? Or are you going to be like a Lot wife and curse God, right? This is Psalms 91:7. Psalms 91, the whole chapter is a beautiful chapter to read. I'm not going to lie. I remember my brother Sam, Asher, Yan Mayan, freaking the elders, man. They always bringing this out. Even the brothers in LA. What you miss? We talking about the reward of the wicked and the righteous when the Lord comes, let alone the reward of the righteous while they're in this place right now. And if you could just stay tuned, you'll actually hear the reward of both, right? Like my foster mom used to always say, if you got a time to play, you got a time to be serious, right? If you got a time for fun, if you have a time for fun, you have a time to actually listen. So Psalm chapter 91, verse 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come to thee. Right? And so a lot of us should desire to not be a part of the 1,000 that died to the right or 10,000 to the left. You should desire, but it shall not come nigh thee. Regardless of how many children I might have and the women that's in my household, I have to desire and put the aspect on their mind. We have to desire to be the one that no harm shall happen unto us by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But if you are not desiring safety and safe haven by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you will die. And anybody that's desiring safe haven by the Lord will turn it around and face the Lord and do his will, right? And seek out these prophecies so you could be spiritually together. Verse 8, it says, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So if we stay seeking the Lord, stay trying to walk a thin line in righteousness, we'll be able to see the reward of the wicked. We're going to be able to see the reward of the wicked being killed. And I'm going to show a picture to you guys, even though, Esau freaking, he think he's slick. He made the 144,000 and the 1/3 look all white, but it's okay. If you got eyes to see, you would definitely know that these are going to be Israelites. And I'm gonna show you Facebook. Might not be able to see because of the light, but this is 144. There you go, 144,000 in the 1/3, really above on a chariot. But the other nations couldn't get when it was saying a cloud. Let me put the brightness down. They couldn't get it when it's talking about a cloud. It's really talking about a chariot, right? And we're going to see the destruction of this place. And we're going to be able to see the reward of the wicked. So this is the patience of the saints, to be patient and to endure and to continue to strive. It ain't nothing better to strive for than the reward of the righteous. Lord willing, we are a part of that number, right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. I know the screen is small. Isaiah 3 and 11, it says, woe unto the wicked, and woe means like destruction, doom. It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him, right? So the reward of the wicked, they're going to die. They're going to be consumed. It's doomsday, doomsdata, right? Israel Independence Day. Verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. Any wicked child is going to be destroyed. That's why children need to be in a damn place. Women that's trying to rule over their man or rule over any man, they will be destroyed. Especially in Jacob trouble, you are going to be humble me. You're going to be humbled. And for the men that lead thee cause thee to err. So any man that want to be like a Pharisee or a Sadducee that's leading incorrectly, teaching incorrectly, you will be destroyed and destroy the way of thy paths, right? And this is why the whole ministry is about men, women, and children getting aligned with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You must be about your father's business and not about your own. And this is just a sidebar. Luke, the 2nd chapter. This is just a sidebar. This is Luke 2:49. Yahushua had dipped off away from his mother and father to, tarry in Jerusalem and ask questions and answer questions to the doctors of the law. And verse 49 says, and he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Was ye not that I must be about my father's business? Right? And they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. Your family members might be like, well, why are you always teaching? You don't come out half fun. Yes, I do. You just might not see it. Right? But besides that, you asking why I keep bringing out the word, because I must be about my father's business. The wicked, whoever is acting wicked, whoever don't care about the ministry of the Lord, they would ask dumb questions like that. Why are you teaching? What are you doing? Brother, son, why you don't come to barbecues? Why don't you take a break one day? Man, this is a 12-year-old young man, right, who is Yahushai, who is about his father's business. He put his father's business before himself. And only righteous men is going to put the Lord first before they do what they want to do. Yes, of course, we know we need to work to provide for our family. But it's those times when you get off, you might get a nap. And when you get up, before you watch ESPN, before you get dressed to go step out to the club or travel the world, first give your time about the business of Yahweh Shemashai. Teacher, I'm going to need you to be still. Right? You must be about your father's business. If you're not about your father's business, guess what? It's a door in the front and a door in the back. You have to be persistent, just like you are persistent brushing your teeth, persistent with brushing your hair to make sure you get waves. You should be persistent about your father's business, right? Isaiah chapter 59, and I'm going to start at verse 18 to verse 20. And if anybody has questions, just like Luciana, Lord willing, I said her name, who was asking what we was getting into. If you ever have any questions, or if anybody had precepts that's going on the topic, a precept that goes on to the topic, I definitely will read it, right? This is Isaiah 59:18. It says, according to their deeds and accordingly, he will repay. Let's say it again. It says, according to their deeds and accordingly, he will repay fury to his adversaries. Adversaries goes into enemies. Enemies of the Lord is enemies of Israel. Enemies of Israel is the enemies of the Lord. Recompense, payback to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shem Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? And it reminds you, just like what happened when the Romans, they flooded Africa because they were chasing the Jews. They were chasing the Israelites that was fleeing from Roman persecution. And guess what? It's going to be a flood of army even in the east, right? And guess what? It's going to be a flood of missiles touching America. And if you do not notice, or if you are not preparing yourself, may the force be with you. When the enemy shall come like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai shall lift up a standard against him, right? And that standard will be Hamashiach Yahushai with the saints, the army of the Lord, even in the angels. It says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. And who is Jacob? Symbolic to the 12 tribes of Israel, because those are the descendants of Jacob, all the way from Reuben, all the way to Naphtali. Now, if you are not in the spirit and you can't get it, this goes right back to what we read. The whole ministry is hid. And the gospel is the good news. And the good news, the best thing about the good news is that when Yahushua come back, he will bring those two branches together again, right? No man on earth can get these two nations back and get them back in order. right? We don't have the manpower, but technically we do. We just have to wait patiently for Yahweh Shem Yahushai to come. Back to 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I'm going to read verse 3 again. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, right? And a lot of our brothers is still asleep in this world, right? Because a lot of our brothers right now are not desiring the Lord, but it's really the Lord that's putting that veil over our brothers and sisters to continue to make them sleep, which we constantly bring these things out daily, because some people are like, man, y'all bring out the same thing. You have to, because if Yahweh Shai didn't come back yet, that means the word hasn't been spread or taught four corners of the earth. And that means the elect is still haven't been sealed. Romans the 13th chapter, verse 11, and that knowing the time that is now, it is high time to wake up out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So we have to wake up out of our slumber. This is why the same breath that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai spoke to Adam is what the men of the Lord is doing. The same thing what Ezekiel did when he was speaking to the dry bones. Any man that's going to the highways and byways is speaking that breath of life. And the breath of life is going to wake your ass up. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, verse 4. Lord willing, this life is just straight to the point. Not no lollygagging, Lord willing. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4 to 5. It says, and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And everybody will know. The freaking wicked ass Jake will know the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and these wicked ass nations will know who Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Even the Israelites that will come into the fold just by believing on the Lord, just by the skin of their damn teeth, right? They're going to know by the power of the Lord, and they're going to repent right there and then, right? And you don't know if it's going to be you, because the Lord might not put that on you. Verse 5, it says, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai power, in evil and only evil, behold, it's come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. And regardless if you see slow, you see a sign here, you see a sign there, and then you don't see a sign, but then you see a sign there. Always watch signs. The same way how the Lord say, look up at the clouds from my bow. You want to look for those rainbows to know that the Lord is not going to flood the earth again. And then it should click your mind, if you've been reading, that the Lord is going to flood this place with fire, right? It's going to be a beautiful show. It's going to be better than a damn car show, right? The Lord has vengeance on his mind. Just like what I was bringing out at camp, the Lord will plead with all flesh. And there's nothing me and your mama can do about it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6, right? And the main reward we looking for, reward for the wicked, is the destruction of the number one nation, which is Idumea, and the other nations that follow suit. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, right? And the whole earth is troubled. But when you really look at the story of the ministry, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you look at the whole story, which is in the scriptures, the Israelites is the number one nation that is troubled. I'm going to just bring out this side precept. Proverbs, the 29th chapter, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You don't see a lot of people, you don't see nobody rejoicing. Let alone these animals is going to be at very good peace. They're going to be even happy when we get into authority. And it's sad that Jake, when I was at camp yesterday, I was around a lot of brothers and sisters, regardless Soon as I take the camera off, you hear Jake talking, yo, brother, man, I like what you're doing in this and that, but Allah or this and that. I don't want to go in the back and forth. I think we should all come together. You always got people that do that, but then you have another nation like Edomite that come up and he actually want to hear this word. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. People are mourning day in and day out. We're mourning about the LGB 123 community because they're telling kids to write an essay about their father's ejaculation and erection. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Jake, y'all niggas not talking about that, but y'all rolling up a blunt. Y'all worried about popping your tail feather. You can enjoy yourself. But if you are not putting your focus on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you are not a brother, a mother, or a sister of Hamashiach Yahushai. And none of us can really tell our kids we love them if we're not teaching them diligently about their power, teaching them about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? See, and these brothers and these people hear me teaching all the damn time. And you sometimes when I did my running, you got brothers like, yo, one day we gonna talk about your man. What you think I'm gonna wait? I'm not holding my breath, right? But the Lord is the one that's gonna put the spirit on brothers and sisters to actually hear this word. The sister Luciana said, how do you start teaching young kids about their power? First, you got to teach your kids what thus saith the Lord said, right? I'll bring that up. Sister Luciana, Lord willing, I'm saying your name right. Jorday. I'm gonna just give you two quick scriptures, and Lord willing, they can hit you. Lord willing, these joints can hit you. It's really quick. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you start doing the first thing, the Lord gonna have you growing, and then you'll start teaching your kids other things, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7, which all of us always bring out every day. It says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Teach them the righteous reward and the wicked reward. Teach them who the Most High is. Teach them the laws of Moses. And then eventually when they grow, teach them the prophecies. Just like this little kid that I just showed, man, whatever his father's doing, he's doing a good job. Out through the spirit, I want to be like him. It says, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou layest down, when thou risest up. You need to teach your kid. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:1, right? Because that's like the main point. Teach your kids about the blessings, right? And then of course your kids might, so are we in the blessings, Mom? You're gonna tell them no, right? Because we didn't do this. Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushai thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which is 613, and you will rehearse them to the best of your ability, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. We are not above all nations on the earth. So nobody can say I'm living good right now. I own my house. Nigga, no, you don't. Okay, if you own your house, do you own the land that your house is on? You're gonna say no. So you still not up nothing. You just got a house. Okay, you got 1 acre. You got 2 acres. Clap, bravo to you. You still a slave, right? This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So if you train up a child, they won't depart. But say if your kid is not even listening and keeps slipping, or they're you've been teaching them all the time and they don't got no care for this truth. Hey, that's not because of you. It's because of Yahweh Shema Shai is taking that veil off. So your child should really be like when you whoop your child, how they cry or feel hurt. When you tell your child the Lord probably took that veil from you, he probably took your candle, your light out. Your kids should cry because guess what? If the Lord not dealing with you, you have a problem. If the Lord don't chastise you, like he said, you are a bastard. A bastard is a fatherless child. And we have a lot of those in this ministry. And that was like really straight to the point before I show you powers and all of this, because a lot of us would teach our kids all these deep things, but you're not teaching them the basics, like, or even trying to teach them or show them the basics. Show your kids that you can't do holidays or celebrate birthdays. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I don't know about that one. Then that shows you really don't want to teach your kids shit. Then you don't really love your child. To love the Lord is to keep his commandments. How much more your child? The Lord say, don't love your mother, your father, your sister more than me. So you basically got to hate your family members. And hate goes into love less. So you're supposed to love your child less. Your child is not over the Lord and your child is not over you. You should be showing your child the righteous reward and the wicked reward. I like this title right here. The reward of service. So if you're not doing your service to Yahweh Shema Shai, you are not getting shit but death. Right? This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 38 to 41. It says, and he that taketh not his cross, and this is a thing that you need to teach our children, our women, and other men, and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Don't say his name. He that findeth his life shall lose it. A lot of us, he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Right? Worry about Yahweh Shema Shai, build your faith up. All those other things is extra. But make sure you trying to find yourself in Yahweh Shema Shai instead of trying to, I'm about to get this, I'm about to make this and do all of this before the Lord come. Man, just let the spirit flow. If the Lord brings you to that, he brings you to it. But any man that finds his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And that goes into Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for you. And he that receiveth you receiveth me. And this goes for the men that's out there on the highways and byways teaching, the apostles, the elders, the captains, the soldiers, the bishops, the deacons, whoever, and so on and so on. Even the sisters that's teaching singles sisters and other children on behalf will be prophetess, right? He that receiveth you not. He that receiveth you receiveth me. So if they receive your message, they're receiving Yahweh Shema Shai. And he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. So how much more the other way? He that receiveth a prophet in my name, of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. Right? And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. So if you receive a prophet in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, you will receive a prophet reward. If you receive a righteous man in the name of the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, you are going to receive a righteous reward. So you receiving this message is not like, oh, I got that and I'm going to just walk. That was a good lesson. You have to take it and attach it to yourself like a tattoo and then apply it. Anything you learn that sounds real good and it's good information, what you're going to do is you're going to daily meditate in this. You want to know why? Because the righteous is going to do this. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 13. And this deals with the 10 talents. This goes into the 10 virgins. Are you a wise servant or are you a foolish servant? Right? And your actions through the Spirit is going to always show. Right? Regardless of one person viewing you, two people viewing you, it's just the Lord doing that. Right? This is Luke chapter 9, verse 13, going straight to the point. I start at 12. It says, he said, therefore, a certain noble man went into a far country to receive himself a kingdom in return. And this is a parable. And that certain noble man is Hamashiach Yahushai. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. So we are supposed to occupy until Yahweh gives Yahushai the go to come get us. Lord willing, we are a part of that number. So we should be occupying in the words of Yahweh Yahushai. Another thing, when the righteous actually come back to the ministry of the Lord, let me go to Baruch, which brothers bring out fluently. Baruch 4:28. And it reads, it says, for as it was your mind to go astray from God, from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. That's how you be occupied. Right? See? Look how the spirit worked. His brother Alexander Martin said he was just telling his brother that. See how the spirit worked? Two minds is going to think alike. Going to always tell one another, seek the Lord 10 times more. You might play the game 5 days out the week. How much more is you seeking the Lord? I took my girl out on a date 2 times, out the week. Okay, how many times do you seek the Lord? About one time. Sometimes I don't, or sometimes I can't. Why can't you? Because I be busy making moves here, flipping this. I got my business. Hey, I got a business too. It might not be as booming as yours, but and I might be doing other things. But it still is none of us should make excuses, because what if the Lord gave you one liver and he said, oh man, I was too busy to give you another one. Or he couldn't give you another rib. He only made one, and he made excuses. The Lord don't even make excuses. So how much more us, right? It's just a sidebar. So when you occupy, only the righteous is going to occupy. And only the righteous is going to come back in this thing and seek him 10 times more. They're going to double up, right? When you're gambling, you might bet 50, and then you get another 50, and now you got 100, and you like, man, damn, I'm in my luck. You know what? I'm gonna do a double up. Let me drop the 100. And this is what this truth is about. It's about doubling up. What you gonna lose if you double up for the Lord? Nothing. Oh, I'm gonna lose sleep. I'm gonna miss the playoffs. Nigga, that shit is rigged. Everything outside the ministry is to distract you. Hey, I do music, but I took a long break from music because it was a distraction. I was over here drinking every day. There's nothing wrong with that. Drinking every day, getting that belly. And I wasn't reading enough. I was teaching, but I would hurt. As soon as I knew I was going to camp, I hurry up and gather precepts. But do you think the real men of the Lord is just, oh, brothers, y'all want to go out to camp and you just hurry up and look for precepts and you're not reading? You sound good. You sound deep. You sound like you really reading, but you're not. You faking a fucking funk, right? Let's get another one that I like to use all the time. Is Luke chapter 6, verse 46, which we all do. We all do this. We all do this. But the ones that's serious about this truth, I'm not gonna lie, they don't do it. I'm gonna be honest. I used to do this, but now I'm not doing this as much, right? Because I understand. I'm scared. I'm scared of the Lord. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 46. Why call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? He just told us in Luke, the 19th chapter, occupied till I come. The Lord put a spirit on Baruch to say, man, it was our mind to go astray. Now that we return, seek him 10 times more. But you want to say, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. I go to church, hallelujah, every week. How you really think you doing the Lord's work just because you going to church, and then your son over here eating pork, lobster, crab, and shrimp? Your son celebrating every damn holiday, but don't even know that Christmas was a homosexual holiday, right? And we say we love our kids. No, you don't. You love your kids when you bring them closer to Yahweh Shem Shai by sitting down reading this book, right? I don't care how anybody feel. When I watch, if I'm watching this young kid that's on YouTube and he's teaching the word, which I'm about to show again, there's no excuses for no grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman, even a 12, 14, 13, 9, 8 child that know how to read and go on. You give a child right now your cell phone or a tablet, that child know how to use it. Look at this little boy teaching.
Kingdoms, all these nations will be destroyed.
He right here. That's a little boy.
Not just towards your house, but also towards us.
Let's back that up.
Destroyed will be consumed. Right? Because they also done wickedly. Not just towards your house, but also towards us. Because the scriptures, it talks about how where the apple of your house eye. When you mess with that apple, you get a mad person. You get a right word.
Yeah. These nations touched us, and guess what? We have a lot of bad apples. And the bad apples is the wicked seed that's in our nation, man. The damn tears. Just like little Bow Wow do the Harlem Shuffle, our nation need to do the Harlem Shuffle because we have a lot of tears. And the number one way that you do the Harlem Shake in the spirit is by constantly teaching, breaking down them strongholds. That's four corners of the earth. Let alone always playing videos or calling on the name of the Lord in your household. You as a parent, you want to be less distracted. Just off of a video this young man said, he said a lot of kids need to be led by men of the Lord. If your child is not really led, or if it's not a man of the Lord in the household, them kids will really they would do the wrong route. Just like a daughter. If it's not no mother that's real serious and all she wants to do is be gentle. Oh, baby. Oh, sweet, is you okay? And if the father is out the picture, guess what? It's just going to be a whole bunch of nourishment going on in the house. Oh, baby. It ain't no seer. Most women is afraid to discipline their damn child or to tell them something that they might just break down. Hey, and that's normal because we're in the flesh. But how can a child take you serious if you're not being stern on your child? This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. And you should desire to wait for that. If you're not constantly, and I'm not talking about law. I'm talking about the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies. Take the whole Bible. Don't just teach the law, because some people, you want to scare Israel. You got to think the prophecies were scaring Israel. The law the law is more easier than understanding and accepting prophecies that you don't know if it's coming in a month or a year. But when you hear prophecies, it scares you to death. Like, I got to get my shit right, because what if I die? Law is not going to scare you, but it's going to scare you if you're not doing the law when the Lord comes back. But when you teach these prophecies, it's going to shake your child boot that guess what? What if we get beamed up and you don't? Right? Luciana said, currently not stern enough with my toddler. And that's a beautiful thing that you actually acknowledge that. You know, that's a beautiful thing. A lot of sisters and a lot of men won't acknowledge that they're not stern enough with their toddlers, with their children. Your kids need to know where the threats is in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Malak Yahabashim Moshai, Brakathum, right? Continue to do the work. I always see what you're doing, man. Continue doing what you're doing, right? You have to be stern. Don't you know we selfish if we're stern for the Lord and we not stern on our children? You get yourself ready for work or get yourself ready to go out to go to a club, and you got to look at it in the spiritual. Are you grooming your children to get ready for the coming of the Lord? Is you grooming your child to be spiritually ready for World War III? Is you grooming your child to get ready for the mark of the beast? Is you grooming your child for this LGBT community that they should know while you at work and your kids in school that they're going to be trying to tell them to walk in the hallway about Pride Month? You got to groom your child in the whole ministry of the word to the best of your ability. And if you don't know how to do it, it's the same just like how you get on the video, right? Get on the video, ask questions, or just be quiet and take these precepts, take this understanding and be like, damn, I never got that. And then when the video is done, reevaluate yourself. Serving the Lord is about every day converting yourself. Children to women to men, men to women to children. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. If you're not converting yourself, you're going to stay in one block, right? I used to only know 10 precepts out the Bible in my mind. And that's because I wasn't trying to be converted, still lazy. Then I started to grow, then grow, it didn't grow. And then I understood the schoolmaster. Then I stopped always saying law, law, law. And the Lord allowed me to bring out parables, dark sayings, and prophecies. And it started putting fear in me and putting fear in other people so that when they want to cleave to the word, then we work on the sincere milk. So let me read again Psalms 58 and 10 and 11. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a God that judgeth in the earth. And this is why every man and every woman shall have their spiritual eye. That's why the Lord says the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, right? And you want to always dig in prophecy, especially when it's talking about us coming to America and getting out of America. When it talks about Yahushua getting two sticks and putting them together, us coming into the new covenant, seeing the 2/3 get destroyed and the 1/3 getting beamed up, right? Those are prophecies. And there's more other prophecies that have to be fulfilled. And this is the reward of the righteous. Even more, the righteous getting crowned. If you do not desire to get crowned, but you only desire to put a damn cap on your damn head, you desire to put a do-rag on your damn head, you desire as a woman just to keep putting wigs and weave, but you ain't even thinking about getting a glorified body, being changed, all blemishes taken away from you. I'm sorry. You're wasting your life. You better off telling the Lord, you know what? I'm ready to go. I don't care for this. I'm ready to go. Open up the door. Please kill me now. And guess what? If we here for another third, fourth generation, the Lord gonna send your ass back down here for judgment. This is hell. People like, oh, we not in hell. I could get money. I could do this. Only a slave is gonna think like that. You know how hard niggas wanted more than $1, more than 10 cents? A slave. You niggas get $1 million. You niggas get 6 figures. You get a job that's paying you $40 and you think you something. Nah, nigga, you still a slave. Jonah 2:1-2. Then Jonah prayed unto the Most High, prayed unto Yahweh Shemashai, his power, out of the belly's fish. And he said, I cried by reason of my affliction unto Yahweh Shemashai. He heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. If you are a woman and a man and you believe in Yahweh Shemashai and you are not crying in this whore's belly, this whore is Revelation 17. The whore is America, daughter of Babylon. You have to cry and be tired of niggas don't know who they is, but they know what Zaza is. They know what strand sativa, indica. They know where crack come from. They know how to mix up a little bit of coke. They know about heroin. They know about a Brazilian. She got Brazilian hair, but guess what? That came from East Elam or Filipinos, right? Or they want to get a BBL. You damn Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? We want to worry about all of that, but you ain't crying in hell. You see all these distractions and devices in the belly of hell. The only way you break from being a slave, you never do until Yahweh Shem Yahushai come. How the heck I'm gonna break from being a slave? You can't. The Lord sold us to lawless enemies. There's no way you can break out of it until you come to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai and put away our falsehood. And I'm gonna read this verse in Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. And that's a good little statement. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh Shemashai, our power. Right? Shalom, King. Yahweh Shemashai Barakathon. Right? We are in captivity every day, tomorrow, next month, next year, because what we have done for a reproach and a curse, and we're subject to payment. Every day, if you see you're paying school payment, bank statements, freaking internet payment, phone bill, if you're taxed on anything, you are a slave. I don't care what you say. We're living on stolen land. You got to pay rent. I'm sorry. There's no way around not being a slave until Yahushua take us out of here. That's why it's always about coming to serve the Lord. If you're not serving the Lord, stay a freaking slave. This is Three Holy Children, and there's only one chapter. Verse 9. It says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. How can we stop being a slave if we're in the hands of lawless enemies? There's no way around it. You want me to tell you how? Why don't you dig a 6-foot deep hole and go lay in it? That's the only way. But like I said earlier, if we're here for another third or fourth generation, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back again in this hellhole. We have to wait for Yahweh Shema Shai. We technically got to wait for Yahweh to give Yahweh Shai to go to come back. And we not ready yet because the 144,000 haven't been sealed yet. That's a real solid answer, sis. Right? Let's go to Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23 to 24. Yo, the Bible is like one of the hardest books, one of the hardest novels, one of the hardest history books in the whole world. That's going to get you right and get your ass upset. Like, man, this God is hard. Then go serve a gay God. Kemet, go serve Allah, the Muslim, man, go serve another one then. But all these other beliefs wasn't here in the beginning. You can read Sirach, you can read Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 to 24. It says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to Yahweh Shema Shai and not unto men. Right? The righteous is going to do it heartily. Right? It says, knowing that of Yahweh Shema Shai, ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. For ye serve Yahweh Shema Shai Hamashiach. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. And there is no respect of person. No respect of person. So the righteous is going to get a reward and the wicked is going to get a reward. That shows no perspective person. The wicked in the other nations, the wicked in Israel, and the righteous in Israel. Everybody is going to get a reward. And if you're not getting it right and getting tight, I'm sorry, you're going to get swallowed up with the destruction that's going to come to this place. Right? A lot of us make excuses to have our mind go somewhere else, right? And guess what? That's what you get. When you feel like your faith is getting tested with, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Because you play, a lot of us, men, women, men, children, men, women, a lot of y'all really play with the Lord. And the Lord knows your heart. A lot of us make excuses to leave the truth. A lot of us make excuses to not study to not read the scriptures. A lot of us make excuses why we don't want to watch videos or we don't want to hear lessons. We always make excuses. And somebody say what you get out of it. They'll tell you maybe the first scripture, but they can't even fathom the whole lesson. Then you got some people that might miss something in a lesson, and guess what? They don't go right back over it. It's sometimes I read a chapter and I probably I read the whole thing, but then my mind was distracted in another moment. I will read the chapter all over again. It's a lot of us that will watch a video, like I just told TJ, stop it. You want to go, you fidgety, go upstairs, right? It's a lot of us that can't sit still and keep our mind focused. That's why I pray to the Lord that he helps my mind not to be too distracted. Because when you get too distracted, it goes into that shoulda, coulda, woulda, tutta, right? And you could tell if somebody was really paying attention, they'll be able to explain what was actually said instead of just saying one part. They're going to explain it, right? This is Galatians 6:9. It said, let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not, right? And only the righteous who is sincere is doing well-doing, right? But you don't, a lot of us shouldn't be boasting on our well-doing, and a lot of us shouldn't try to be slick in our well-doing, depending on what the well-doing is, right? Like I said, I am not a psychic for any man, any woman, any child. But the Lord know if any man, any woman, any child is bullshit, right? And like I'm always gonna say to anybody in my house, out my house, may the force be with you. Because if anybody don't care that's around me, then I don't care if the Lord take one woman out of my life, the Lord gonna double it, probably triple it, and I'm gonna say yes, right? If he do that, and Lord willing, you should say the same thing, right? And that goes for children too. If the Lord take one or take two, yes, because I know he's gonna give it back. He's gonna double it back, right? I'm not about to keep holding hands with somebody that's not taking this serious. Everybody got an excuse why they folding, right? And I desire to be I desire the righteous reward, but I always got to fix myself. Always got to fix myself. Always got to update myself, right? And you should too, as a man and a woman, always update yourself, right? Please the Lord and stop pleasing yourself. Please the Lord and stop pleasing others, right? This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 21. Matthew 25, verse 21. And this is what it says. It says, and his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord, right? I want to rule cities, and that's a reward of the righteous. But we have to be faithful servants. A woman means servant, so she would have to be a faithful servant. If she do anything that will unplease her king, guess what? She should suck it up and fix it, right? Because that's her freaking problem, right? And that's the same with men. If we're not faithful servants under Yahweh Shem Shai, he's going to make our woman be a headache. He's going to make your children act lefty-loosey. Hey, and sometimes this happened to me. Sometimes I know it happened to you. And guess what? Sometimes it would make you be like, you know what? I'm not about to have fun time with you. I'm not about to do no. Guess what? Family time is when you see me. Hey, hi, how you doing? You ready to eat? Laugh a little bit. But we not about to kick our feet up, because then I know I got some corners I need to sand. You know, like when you sand something, it becomes smooth. But if you don't sand it, it's not smooth enough. And you want your life to be smooth, not comfortable. You want it to be smooth, and the only way it can be smooth if you become a faithful servant of Yahweh Shem Shai. When death come your way, the Lord. I'm getting these bumps on my arm, and I say it even if it's a joke or if it's real. I'd be like, yo, the Lord this might be a sign I might be getting sick or I might be dying, right? Hey, you shouldn't say that words are strong, but I do that so that in my mind, if it get worser, that I don't tear away. Oh, Lord, this. Guess what? A Mizraim, Moses' sister, she got boils all on her skin. What if that happened to me, and then I don't want to serve the Lord? So I might as well start speaking, yo, there's got to be the Lord. Body, skin is doing this, and it never did that, right? What am I, a freaking mutant, right? So now I got to go even harder with the Lord. I might pray that the Lord do this or he removes this. But even if he don't do it, or if he do it, I should still double up. When you go to Tim Hortons, how many creams and sugar? I want to double up. 2 creams, 2 sugar. You're going to want to double up. The Lord wants us to double up, right? What do? He put you in a double up of captivities. So double your ass up in this captivity so you can get that double abundance of a reward, right? The sister Luciana said, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, the Lord makes perfect sense, right? Be a faithful servant. How can we say, oh, I'm a good parent. I'm the best mother. I'm the best father. But you ain't doing shit. You ain't teaching your kids. You ain't stern on your kids. You want to always be gentle. Show me when the Lord was gentle with us, unless we was in our land. Even in our land, he told us, yo, I need you to follow this. If you don't, I'm going to do this to you. Sorry, the Lord is not gentle. He's not. He's bold and he's straight and direct. If you don't get in line, you're going to get left behind. And I ain't talking about no dumbass rapture. You're going to literally be destroyed, right? Let's go to Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3, verse 3 and 4, right? Like, this is something serious, man. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 3 and 4, it says, let not mercy and truth forsake thee, abandon thee. Bid them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thy heart in your mind. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and men, right? Some of our brothers and our sisters might not be able to remember precepts, but it's a certain membrane you do. Play tricks on your mind, put little quotations, let alone if you're writing notes. I can be honest with myself. I got all these notebooks and I might not read every book to get into my precepts, but that would be a reason why you might forget precepts. I believe in the time of Jacob trouble, if we don't have our Bibles, all those ones that were serious, that was real serious, reading and teaching, the Lord gonna put a spirit on you and you're gonna be able to quote scripture so well, it's not gonna seem like you're paraphrasing. You're gonna really say the book, chapter, and verse. And that goes by somebody that writes them upon the table of thy heart. And you can look and see if a child do it when you give them an ABC lesson. Hey, give me 3 precepts I taught you on this. Oh, mom or dad, I don't remember. It's because your kids is not even rereading it, but you can walk away and see your kid on their phone. Hey, mom, you seen this video right here? Hey, you seen this video, dad? They're always remembering to get on that tablet. They're always remembering to get it on YouTube. They always remember, oh, can I get a pop? Oh, I always remember, let me get some juice. But their mind is not on water. But you see in the scriptures, water is really talking about this wisdom that's going to make you clean. That's why through the spirit, kids don't want water because they don't want them scriptures. And it's the same with grown-ups. We might want liquor. We might want pop, but we don't want no damn water. But say if you is a person that want water, are you eating and devouring spiritual water? Actually, let's get it. Let's get spiritual water. First, let me read verse 4. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Right? And that even goes with Luke chapter 2, verse 52. Yahushua he grew in stature and he was favored in the eyes of the Most High and men. When you come in his truth, in the spirit, you'll be favored by the Lord. The Lord will have you moving and thinking different, right? This is Isaiah chapter 1. And this can even go into how the sister said, how can you give your kids that power or those ability? And this is how, right? Another way. This is Isaiah 1:16. It says, wash you and make you clean. Put away the evil of your doing before my eyes and cease to do evil. Learn to do well, seek judgment. The best way you seek judgment is book, chapter, verse. Revel and the oppressed, judge the fatherless, and plead to the widow, right? You want to plead to the ones that might lose their husband on behalf of the truth, or they just lose their husband, right? You have to build that sister up, because then sometimes you understand when somebody lose a family and loved one, a lot of people don't think that they're, oh, why this happened? Hey, it's a judgment of the Lord, or the Lord understood what actually is about to happen. They were not fit to be in this world or be in this society, right? And this is why in any death or any war event, any fire, any disaster in the world, it should make you go harder for Yahweh Shema Shai, right? It's not about just you, right? Look at verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. If you niggas is not obedient now, how you gonna eat the good of the land? Guess what? I know how, because I believe all Israel is going to get saved, even though 2/3 is going to die through sex, men and women laying with each other. The 2/3 will be reborn through the elect men, technically the 144,000 and a remnant of the other men, right? And yes, they're going to get a good of that land, but guess what? You got to go through getting destroyed to get it. If you do not desire to make it on this side, you know what? Somebody said one day, they said, guess what? All Israel gonna get saved anyway. So hey, let me just keep on sinning and doing what I do. Only an idiot would say something like that. And then there's some idiots that don't say that. They just slack on their duty, right? There's nothing wrong with being gentle as a man or as a woman, but especially as a man, you got to be stern. You have to be the discipliner. Because if the Lord is telling a woman to look at you like Yahushai, you should be stern. You should be examining everybody around you, everybody that's far away from you. Make everybody a damn lesson. right? Because everybody should be 10 toes down and be unmovable, right? Because there's going to come a time where you're going to see so much disaster, emotions is going to run rapidly. And right now, if we don't hold our emotions and feelings now as men, especially the men and women, we are going to be destroyed. And the Lord is going to use your weakness to overcome you. And guess what? You will drift away from the Lord. And it's going to come like a freaking tsunami wave, right? This is James chapter 1, verse 12. James chapter 1, verse 12, it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh Shemashai hath promised to them that love him." Only the righteous love him. Only the righteous. The ones that's going to be just. The ones that's going to be sure. You have to, like, I know y'all know Mike Tyson when he was ducking and weaving, Mayweather. You got to have that Mayweather defense when it comes to temptation. And if you freaking weak, stay your ass in the house as men and women. Stay in the house, right? Let alone the best way to know that if temptation around you, call on the name of the Lord. Yahweh Shemashai, Yahweh Shemashai. Play a truth video. Put that in the air and watch. You'll see a spirit be like, "Hey, yo, turn that down, turn that down." You know what I'm saying? The spirit be like, "Yo, turn that down, turn that down." Yeah, I can't hear you. Wait, hold on. I just want the message to work. I'm gonna talk louder. Turn that down, turn that down. You got to think if temptation is coming near and you start getting goosebumps or you start thinking in your mind, the Lord is trying you. And when you get swallowed up and then you catch yourself doing it, guess what? You deserve it because your ass was too weak and you probably should have never been around those brothers. You probably should have never been around that area. Sometimes we watch videos we shouldn't be watching and you be like, "Damn, this brother getting it in." And he teaching falsely about something in his doctrine and you might get swallowed up, right? And then you might get bugged out. It's brothers I seen lead the truth and now they saying, guess what? When you stressing, you don't have to only lean on weed. You can smoke weed. All praises Yahweh Shemashai that he made weed. Are you kidding me? That's temptation right there. And you're going to be tried, right? If you too weak, don't watch too many people. If you too weak, don't go around too many people. If you want to receive the crown of life, be patient and endure and to continue to strive for the Lord. And if you don't know, don't be afraid to ask because it's going to be given to you, right? We all have to be guided in this thing. Acts chapter 8, verse 28 to 31. You got Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. Everybody has to be guided in this thing, right? Let's go to another one, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Okay, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor." Right? We're going to stand in great boldness. That's why you should be standing in great boldness now. Do it now. Don't hide and wait. Stand in great boldness now. This is why I respect brothers that go out. Even if I don't watch you, if I might not agree, for the Lord to put a spirit on you to stand on them highways and teach this word, be bold for the Lord, right? Be bold for the ministry of the Lord to the best of your ability, right? Made no account of his labor. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they that looked for. The strangeness salvation is when Israel is going to get beamed up in the vehicles of the Lord, which you got some camps, one body Yahushai, that believe chariots is not real. What the hell with you? What the hell with you? I'm trying to get saved in a strange salvation, something strange you ain't never seen. Yup, I believe in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be bold for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to get that reward. Don't be no soft pillow. Pillows is for you to lay your head and go to sleep. Right? Let's go to this is us getting into the righteous reward, which we've been doing it the whole time. Right? I got to go to my other handy dandy internet joint because this one will only give me the G&T Ezra's. So I'm going to go to the heck. So we're going to Second Ezra's. Hold on, y'all. Computer moving a little slow. We're going to Second Ezra's, because my mind is on it. And it's crazy. Brothers was just talking about this on Clubhouse. A brother said that he was Jesus Christ. He said, put the book away. I'm right here. Nigga, is you out your mind? I asked him a trick question. Okay. You say you know the Bible, all that. I said, okay, who is Second Ezra's about? He said, brother, don't even worry about that. Throw that all out. Why would you throw it out if Second Ezra's is really talking about Yahweh Shai? And if you say you Yahweh Shai, then you would say, oh, that's speaking of me. Right? This is something we all should be desiring, especially the men. And if a man don't got his mind occupied, he worried about some Karuchi, he worried about money more than that, man, I'm not going to lie. You deserve to get swallowed up. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 26. So like I'm trying to highlight it all the way to verse 31. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, which is the hopeful elect, the 144,000, right? Which is the true servants, the true prophets of the Lord. There shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee. See, the heathen is going to envy what's about to happen, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahweh Shema Shai. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, saith Yahweh Shema Shai. Remember thy children that sleep, for I shall bring them out of the sides of the earth, and show mercy unto them. For I am merciful, saith the Almighty. Right? The heathen ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Right? Now we dropping down to verse 35. 35 all the way to 48. We're gonna close it out. Right, we're going to read from verse 35 to 48. It says, be ready to reward the kingdom. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world, which we should be doing right now, spiritually and mentally, right? Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. Or receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have called you to that heavenly kingdom. Right? When you get beamed up, what we read in Wisdom of Solomon, he's calling you to that heavenly kingdom. Oh man, please let me be on that number, man. Please don't let our enemy triumph over us. Please don't let our flesh triumph over us. Please don't let our sin triumph over us no more. Please, Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of Yahweh Shema Shai, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of Yahweh Shema Shai. Even when you look at Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 10, it tells you they're going to be purified and tried, and then they're going to have a freaking white garment. It says, take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. Guess what? We've been called from the beginning. There's no way around it. Whoo! It's predestined that the elect is going to get saved. It's predestined that the 1/3 is going to get beamed up out of this hellhole called Babylon the Great, called this damn whore, this harlot, the real prostitute. It says, I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number. They are praised, Yahweh Shemel Shai, with songs. That's the 144,000 in the great multitude. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. Man, we're going to be looking up to him, man. It says, and upon every one of their heads, he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Most High God, Bahashem in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name Yahweh Shai, who is the Son of Man, who the world in their ignorance call him Jesus Christ, the true name. Now are they crowned and receive palms, and they said unto the angel, What young man is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? He answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. This is what we doing on the highways and byways. Now, no offense. You want saying Yehuda, Yahweh, yo, get it right and get it tight. It's only one name. Let's just call him Yahweh Shemel Shai. That just let it be that. Because we're confessing his name. You're not only confessing the attributes of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, you're confessing the name. You're confessing his works. You're confessing the miracles. You're confessing the prophecies, the parables, the dark sayings, and the law, the word of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You got to be stiff for this name, not weary. Be stiff and strong and bold and not ashamed. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Yahweh Shemel Shai thy power thou hast seen. I wish right now we all can have a dream of what's going on. All I can see is crowns getting put. I can't see everything up. But that'd be dope if the Lord gave us a dream to see this. And Lord, if I'm not a part of this number, please let me see a dream of it. Right? Because if you ain't going to make it, that'd be the only good thing you ever get is just to see, damn. And guess what? If you did see a dream, only the elect, only the righteous will go hard. That's why the Lord said he's going to pour out his spirit in our children, our daughters, our sons, and the old men to have dreams and visions. But if your son and your daughter don't have visions, guess what? Your daughters and sons need to reevaluate and be like, damn, we didn't have visions, but they did. They had dreams. What if the Lord don't? I'm just saying this. I'm saying this out loud because I got kids. What if you doing all this work as a mother and a father and your kids in their heart, I don't really care about this, but they act like they do. And you get beamed up and your kids get destroyed. Hey, if the Lord let me cry a tear, I cry a tear. But then after that, it's going to be over with. And the Lord is going to give me new kids, and their name is not going to be who they is. They're going to be new. And anything that's the Lord will, if the Lord going to take me, he going to take me. You might cry for that minute, but guess what? It's going to be a real man in the kingdom, a real servant of Yahweh Shemel Shai that's going to be a husband to these women. Right? And this is why I use this little kid as an example, because that young man trying to get ready for the kingdom. This man is warm where he at. He can be outside playing. He can be on the game. This kid probably do play and get on the game. But this man makes sure he doing a video after a video. I applaud him. I haven't met not one child outside of him, this other kid, and this other kid, and this other kid that go hard for the Lord like that. And me as a grown-up, I got to go even harder. The Lord will make you be like, damn, these kids, I'm going to put a fire on them. I'm going to put a more fire on the kids more than I'm going to do the grown-ups. Because kids got imagination that's out this world. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one more, man. Let me get one more, man. Y'all just got me too excited over here, man. Y'all got me too excited. I'm going to tell my mom about this. Where we at? That. Okay, my computer's having a glitch, so forget it. I'll just go to it on here. Sirach 4:28. And the scriptures show you only a few is going to be selected. Everybody not going to get it. I'm not going to have a care. I really don't care. Because this is the Lord's word. It says, strive for the truth unto death. And Yahweh Shema Shai shall fight for thee. Right? If you're not striving, bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Kevin, Maurice, Jake, whoever the hell you is. The sister said, how do you find the true name? Well, the spirit is going to bear witness with you, but technically you can, it's going to be kind of hard because how things is mixed up. You got to be digging in the blue letter, let alone if you know ancient Hebrew. But to be honest, if it's sincere brothers out here teaching and they're saying it, that is the real name. Because I can say something. I could tell you his name is Yahweh Shema Shai. The Most High name is Yahweh. Then his son is Yahweh Shai. And somebody might say Yehuda. That's another thing with Israel. Israel only going to believe in something if they can get it in straight handwriting. The Lord stripped that name from the whole world. That's why we got to go dig and search for the scriptures to even go find it. So I would have to go in the blue letter, let alone when it's YouTube videos on it too. It's a brother that breaks it down. Very beautiful. I got his link on YouTube and he shows you the modern name, which is Yeshuda. And then he shows you the ancient name, which is Yahweh, right? But you'll be, oh, you know what? I'm going to just say Yahweh. You know, a man is being honest. His name is Yahweh. If you real serious about knowing the name about Yahweh Shai, inbox me and I'll send you a video. And you watch the video. And then after that, you got the name right there and then. And if you don't call him the real name, you're going to be marked. Not me. You're going to be marked because I'm trying to give you the answer. She said, how does one find it on their own? It's not about finding it on your own, let alone you don't even people that don't even know how many laws is in the scriptures, let alone if you don't know Jesus is a black man, if you don't even know he an Israelite. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let's go to Acts chapter 8. You see that? It says, person said, where does it say that at? You know what? Let's go to Acts chapter 8, where it says you have to be guided in this thing, right? Because if you don't know the basic in this thing, you have to be guided. This is Acts chapter 8. Acts chapter 8, and I'm going to go to 27. It says, and he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, and a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, that had come to Jerusalem to worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot, and read Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to his chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would sit up in his seat with him. So the man that he talking to, the eunuch, he wasn't pride or proudful. Philip came up. He was reading. And then Philip said, hey, do you get it? He said, no, I don't get it unless somebody guide me. That shows a humble person, a humble man, right? And it's a lot of us that really, it's some brothers that really go deep into Hebrew, but you're not going to open up a King James 1769, a King James 1611, and it's going to say Yahweh. Right? We messed up a lot. We profaned the name of the Lord. We're getting back into knowing the Lord. And that comes with searching. It comes with seeking. That comes with devouring wisdom. If you are not seeking this thing, the Lord is not going to allow you to increase and to know anything. And I went through this before. When somebody wanted to know the name, you show them a video and they're gonna say, I'm gonna just say Yahweh. Are you kidding me? I'm never wasting my time again. Right? And technically, you still got to have patience with Israel, regardless. But when somebody constantly, you show them the way, and then they go ask somebody else, and then that person tell them the same thing. No, I'm gonna just say Yahweh. That's a spit in the face, right? And a lot of our brothers and sisters want a magic trick done. But when you are not reading these scriptures and don't understand who Jesus came for and who he was, and a person is actually breaking it down, you should really be stuck and be like, wow. And this is for all people in Israel, right? She said that if you doesn't call on his real name, you will be marked. Yes, that's a fact. It just said that you have to call on his name. What is his name? His name is not Yeshua. His name is not Yahweh. Let's see. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's look. This is Exodus 20:7. Mark 9:38. Mark 9:38. Mark 9:38. I'm looking for another precept. Okay, that's not it. This is Exodus 20:7. It says, thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh Shem Shai thy power in vain, for Yahweh Shem Shai will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Right? Then you got another one. Can't think of this one off the top of my dome. Okay, yeah, that's it right there. Exodus 3. Exodus 3. Right? Because the Lord gave Moses one name. Let me see. Where was it? It's 14. Oh yeah, there you go. This is Exodus 3:13. It says, Moses said unto the Most High, behold, when I come to the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers have sent me unto you, they shall say unto me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am, have sent me unto him. His name is not I am. He was just saying, I am who I say I am. And then he says who he say he is in verse 15. It says, and the Most High said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh Shem Shai, power of your fathers, the Most High of Abraham, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob have sent me unto you. This is my name forever. This is my memorial unto all generations. So I'm in the blue letter. To me, the Jehovah Witness has the closest name of his name, but it's like a bootleg version, and it's called Jehovah. Jehovah, but what is that? It's no J's in the Hebrew. So I'll show you. I'll even show you the Hebrew chart, and for anybody on YouTube too. You know, you want answers? We getting it. We about to get them right now. Where is that Hebrew alphabet? Salakia, I'm trying to look for it. There we go. This is how you write his name in Hebrew. It's technically backwards. You read it from the right to the left, to the right to the left. So Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to show the alphabets. I'm going to definitely show. Wait, let me take the brightness down. I'm going to definitely show the alphabets. This is how you write his name in Hebrew. And this is the alphabets. Now, if I break this down, it would be kind of more easier for me to show his name on here, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the true believers of the ministry of Yahweh Hashem Shai is going to be the ones that get it. The top part is ancient Hebrew. The bottom part is modern Hebrew. The top part is ancient Hebrew. The bottom part is modern Hebrew. So what you've seen on the chart, it's kind of hard for me to show it one by one. Now, if it was better if you was on my YouTube, but it's still going to be hard for me to show. So how you spell Yahweh is Yahwah. So the same way you follow like regular A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you would have to look at the alphabets to get the name correctly. And it's right there. It's right on the screen, right? And then Yahweh Shai is Yahwashi. And only for like the babes, you're not going to fully get this. It's going to take time and measure. But when you're really sincere, you're going to get it. And I just gave you, you said, how can you find his name? You got to have the Hebrew alphabets and you have to understand the Hebrew words. It really deals with Yahweh, and I'm not really good with all the names. I'm not going to sit here and feel like I'm a beast. But when it just comes to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, it's kind of more easy for me, right? Now, when you look at where, like I'm in the blue letter now, where it says the Lord, like the video, if you do hit me up in the inbox, I'll send it to you. The Lord, when you translated that back in ancient Hebrew, it would be Yahweh. You see Yahovah. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. I'm over here. Let's go. It's Yahweh, right? And I can play this on the blue letter if my drink will. Hold on, y'all. It's glitching on me right now.
Strong's H 3068. Yehovah.
See, it says Yahovah. And this one, it has a YEHOVAW. And it would be Yahweh. Hebrew is really easy and plain. And this is why when we went into all nations, they made a lot of deception. A lot of things got mixed around. And it's all by the power of the Most High. In the Lord, that name stems from Jehovah. When you spell Jehovah, Jehovah, Y-A-H-O-V-A-H. Now watch me spell Yahweh. Y-A-H-A-W-A-H. Both of them is 7 letters. Just like the one Yahovah, Yahovah is 7 letters, right? But neither one of them is ancient Hebrew. Neither one even come close to it, right? And Jehovah is so close to Yahweh because Jehovah means the existing one. Yahweh means he exists. Plain. That is so plain. But you're not going to open up a Bible and just see it right in your face. You're not just going to even see that. But you'll have Bible 1769 and look at the prologues and it will say Yahweh.
Can't hear
Oh, well, I don't know.
oh wait, no, but I can hear you upstairs.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Somebody was telling me. Oh, yeah. I can hear me. Right. So, yeah, when you go to I got my old Bible over there. It says Yahweh. Yahweh is the Latin name for the Most High. Right. And it's over here saying the proper name of deity Yahweh. No, it is not. Now, I know a Rimlab, and it's a few other brothers that's real good that get into this Hebrew. Even my younger brother Asher, if he was on this video, he's really good at this and this and that, But that's basically it. Lord willing, he said, Mashai, Mashi means anointed. Come on. Mashi means anointed. Right? Mashiach. But other than that, man, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be. The first thing that I want to say to all of y'all, man, I am not better than you, and you damn sure not better than me, but the Most High that I truly serve, Yahweh Shema Shai, is better than everything you believe and everything that you're doing. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. This is not trick or treat, so treat yourself to the ministry Yahweh Shema Shai, and don't trick yourself from actually seeking the ministry Yahweh Shema Shai. Get it right, get it tight, get your mind right, and get your spirit right. Get your mind right into the scriptures and get your spirit right with Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world even calls Jesus the Christ. Till next time, death to America and death to Esau. Not on my time, not on their time, on his time, because he never early, never late. He is always on time. Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashua.